Hey, gray shirts, new volunteers, thanks for coming to watch. I'm assuming you're here because you want to get on a deployment and you don't exactly know what to pack or what to expect or maybe even how to get onto a deployment. So we're going to briefly talk about every single one of those things. But first, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Team Rubicon in general. So Team Rubicon is a disaster humanitarian relief aid, and we're a community of individuals who come from all sorts of backgrounds, and we come together to help out the community. And you know what? I got something better to show you. Just watch this. Well, maybe now you see a little bit about what Team Rubicon does, and just the idea that we're a community and we're there for each other and we're there for our neighbors. Guys, this is such an amazing, Team Rubicon is just amazing, and it's so great to be part of it. And I'm excited that you want to join and you want to go deploy. So let's go ahead and get you started. So to grab your go bag, first you're gonna go ahead and have to be prepared for that. It's about right. But new volunteers, I got something different for you, as well as those who are or maybe returning. Let's go ahead and add this over here. So if you just look up Team Rubicon right over here, you should, if you Google Team Rubicon, you can come down here, build a serve. So you can come to volunteer. I'm just going to go ahead and click on this right over there. I'll enlarge that for you. All right, so you can sign up right here, or you can log in if you're already a volunteer. Awesome, great shirt, let's do this. Once you sign up, they're gonna ask you a couple different questions. You do have 3 steps to go before you're able to get deployed. And then for those of you who've already logged in, who've already been part of Team Rubicon, who've already been doing great stuff, just make sure that you got whatever you need done as well. If there's anything missing, you just wanna get it, go ahead and get it done so that you can get out there and do what you want to do. Kind of quickly just show you. So pretty simple. So it will say if this is welcome back if you, again, pre-existing, or if you're a new volunteer, you can sign up at the bottom or on that back page we were just on. So fairly easy to get signed up. Let me go ahead and show you the next slide. I like it that this keeps going on. All right. Cool. So next slide shows us our step 1, 2, and 3 for our new volunteers and anybody who's coming back who may not have had it completed yet. Step 1 is to complete some online training. Step 2, a background check, and update your profile for step 3. So step 1, TR 101, just who we are as Team Rubicon. We're that community. It's going to tell you about our history, about how it was founded. It is so interesting to hear And it doesn't matter where you're coming from in your life, if you've a military background or if you're coming out of like the civilian world and you just are empowered, it doesn't matter. You're the one who has the initiative. You're the one who's ready to do this, and we are so excited for you to join us. So check out that TR 101, get that done. And then there are some basics at the ICS 100 and ICS 700. We do have to get those done, folks. However, right now, you may not have to have it completed because there's an urgency to get some volunteers out there. There's Hurricane Laura, there's fires all over the United States, there's been flooding. Guys, we need volunteers, and if you're ready to do it, that's great. We're going to go ahead and waive that ICS 100 and 700 for any of those low-risk operations. And if you're a healthcare worker who's deploying as medical support, you don't have to do it either. If you're not sure if you have to do it, go ahead and get you on there. Start, sign up or sign back in, whatever you need to do, and check to find out what the deployment status says. If it says you need to have it done, well, then you need to have it done. Pretty simple. The second one is going to go ahead and be the background check. So COVID's going on. A lot of courts are closed right now. A lot of things are just going on in the world. So Team Rubicon has kind of said, hey, as long as it's a low-risk operation without billeting, so meaning you're not staying someplace, you're kind of going home, that background check, can say in progress, and it does not have to be completed. Essentially, it's being waived as long as it's in that progress area. Again, only if it's a low-risk operation without billeting. And step 3, who are you? Enter your date of birth. Keep your emergency contact info updated. We have to have that emergency info, guys. Who to contact in case anything happens, where you are, who you are, yada yada. You get it. So pretty simple steps, right? Only 3. Once you get those 3 done, or some of them again waived or in progress, you become deployment ready. How awesome is that? Once we become deployment ready, we can go ahead and pack our go bag. How great. So for packing our go bag, we have to ask ourselves 3 questions to kind of make sure we get that packing list as perfect as we can. Where are you going? Okay, guys, there's a lot in that question, but it's pretty simple too. Where are you going? Hey, if I'm going to Hurricane Laura right now, that means I either have to fly or drive. If I'm driving, I might not have to take just one gigantic bag. It's not really gigantic. You get it. Anyways, where are you going? It also means, like, what are the weather conditions? Is it hot? Kind of sinking into that third one over there. Yeah, but what kind of climate is that state that you're going to, or that country that you're going to? Is it going to be flooding there? Is there going to be fire there? Is it going to be cold, hot? What's up? How long? Are you going there for 7 days? Are you only going for 3 days? Are you going for longer? Of course, whatever, or however long you're going to be there will determine how many clothes you need, or how much other items you might decide to take, or how many other items. And then, of course, what are the conditions? I kind of hit on that with the first one, but literally, what are the conditions? Is it winter? Is it summer? What are you going to have to worry about? So think about those 3 things before you start packing your list. This is a great list to start off with. I will kind of hit on some other things, but I'm also just going to go through it and explain why and why not on some items, because there are some items here I would say why not, that are missing because why? We don't need to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get you started with storage. Now, travel bag. I'm explaining, like, what travel bag are you taking? Now, again, if I fly out someplace, everything I'm taking is going to basically be maybe 2 bags tops, maybe 1 bag, depending on what I want to do. I'm going to show you what I would do. Travel bag. Okay, if I'm going to Hurricane Laura right now, 7 days, right? So I'm going to pack everything I got in this bag. I feel like this is a decent sized bag. If you're overpacking, it's just going to be a mess. Guys, when you get there, and ladies, when you get there, you're going to be staying in churches, schools, gyms maybe. you're going to be surrounded by other volunteers. You're not going to have a lot of space, so you don't want to take a whole lot of stuff, but you do want to take what's necessary. And then maybe a few extra things for you so you're comfortable as well. So anyways, this bag is probably what I'm going to take, as well as a day bag. So for me, I want water, snacks. I want maybe extra pair of socks. I've got my water in here, so whatever I might need will go in this bag for the day. Nice and bright, I can see it. I know this is mine. Easy enough, right? Deal. Now, dry bags can be very important depending on where you're going. I have a couple here. I'll just quickly show you. So I have a couple of these. They're a nice size. Essentially, all I'm putting in my dry bags is my sleeping system. So I don't have to worry about a whole lot of extra stuff for me. Anyways, I do like to have a rubber seal on it because it just makes sure it stays nice and tight. It gives it that actual seal. And then these clip, again, I'm only putting my sleeping system in the dry bags. You can kind of do what you want. I am also taking ziploc bags. Reason being is I take my gallon size bag and I take one pair of clothes. This is one pair of clothes for me. I'm going to put this inside and I'm going to zip it off, and then I have a bag in a Ziploc bag, or sorry, a pair of clothes for one day in a Ziploc bag, and when they get dirty I can put them right back in here. I know they're clean or I know they're dirty, whichever one. They're going to stay dry, they're going to stay relatively smell-free. Great. Ziploc bags can also be used for electronics, for medications, for snacks even. Like I got some handy-dandy little Nutri-Grain bars or something there. Great to have, easy to pack, super light, and they're clear and they're see-through. Great. All right, hygiene. All right, y'all, I didn't actually pack, and to show you at least, a hygiene bag because I figure everybody generally knows what they need to travel. But I'm going to hit on a few things, of course. So insect repellent, sunscreen. Hey, you don't know where you're going. You're definitely going to be outside. Bring them, okay? Lip balm, sunscreen, insect repellent, do it. And then everything that you would normally need, your deodorant, your shampoo, whatever it is that you decide, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, obviously. Get them in something easy to move, easy to pick up and take to the shower room or the bathroom with you. You're going to be using shower rooms with like 10 to 100 other people. You don't know what kind of conditions your shower room might look, so definitely bring some shower shoes and your own towel. All right, sleeping bag. I like to bring beanies because I get cold at night, just what happens. So if you're one of those people, bring a beanie, protect that heat or keep that heat in there, and the sleeping bags, pads, and a pillow. Now, I do want to sit on this for a minute and explain. So guys, when you're looking at sleeping bags, again, think about those 3 questions. Where are you going? What are the conditions at least? Potentially how long? I have 3 sleeping bags. This one's rated for 30 degrees. I also have another sleeping bag rated for 40 degrees and another one for 0 degrees. Now, if I'm going to Louisiana right now, I might want to bring that 40-degree bag or the 30-degree bag, but definitely not the 0-degree rated bag. That just might be too much. So just putting it out there, think about that. And then sleeping pads, guys, you might be sleeping on concrete, you might be sleeping on a wooden floor, gosh, you might even be sleeping on the dirt. Just bring a pad, save your body a little, and then a pillow. I have this little guy, it's a little blow-up one, they're like 30 bucks at a Jack's, I think Walmart even has them, or bring a regular pillow, whatever. Sleeping pads and pillows, y'all, you're going to be working hard, you're going to be putting sweat in, you're going to be sore, so give yourself a little bit of extra room in your bag to pack these things because you need to let your body relax. You need to go to have a good night's sleep so you can back up there, have a good day, and work hard and help all these folks out because that's what you're there for, right? All right, next, what kind of clothes should we bring? Well, I recommend 1 pair of clothes per day, folks. 1 pair of clothes per day. Some people may disagree, but I think everybody who's been on, a lot of people who've been on a op has basically said the same thing. You're going to get dirty, you're going to get messy. You can pack up a pair of clothes pretty tight. This has got everything, folks. This has a long sleeve, has a shirt. So I have 2 gray shirts. So I'm wearing one right now, and then I have a long sleeve, a gray shirt, a pair of pants, not shorts, do not take shorts, socks, obviously, all my undergarments, everything's all nice and tidy in here. You can actually make this quite a bit smaller. I just very quickly did this, and again, it will fit inside a Ziploc bag. It's all set. So, you know, 1 pair of clothes per day, but also 1 pair of socks per day, whether you do this or not. And then I always say, bring 1 extra pair of socks. Hey, throw that in that day bag of yours. That way, if your feet get extra, you know, dirty, sweaty, you know, wet from a flood, whatever it might be, you can change those socks, no big deal. All right, a jacket and a sweater. Hey, you don't know what conditions you got, just take 1. You don't have to take anything, you don't have to take a lot or anything, just take 1. Unless, of course, weather is like, that's what it is every day. Hey, what are those conditions, right? Footwear. All right, boots and shoes. For sure, boots. If you're in a disaster relief area, you are stepping on everything from nails and wood to broken glass. Bring boots. Bring something that's going to protect your feet, not, you know, not like these very thin old running shoes that you might have laying around at home. You might be able to bring those for your shower shoes or something, but those shoes, hey, also just bring something that you can wear around when you're relaxing, so you're not wearing the same boots every day all day long. You need to give those boots a chance to air out at night, kind of help your feet a little bit too. And then bring those extra pair of shoes just for comfort's sake. Mask. So I have 2 ideas when it comes to masks. So of course, your regular mask, whatever you wear day to day, whatnot. And then I'd also say bring a bandana. So I have a bandana here. And the reason I'm saying bring a bandana is because you can have your mask on top, or you can have your mask and then have this over it. So if you are working with a lot of debris that's flying everywhere, you can kind of keep this to save your mask so you're not inhaling or having all these wood chip stuff left on your mask after you're done with the day. And all you got to do is take the bandana off and kind of do this, and you're kind of set, because that way you can take your mask elsewhere. But I would still say bring 2 masks, whether it's this and a bandana, if that's what you're going to use for masks, or 2 masks and then a bandana help out. But you guys get it. And then hat. You're going to be in the sun all day, a rain jacket, you don't know what kind of weather it might be, so best just to bring one. And sunglasses. I'm going to hit on eye pro and sunglasses because I really should have put them together, but sunglasses are for UV rays generally, right? And there's eye pro that's rated to protect your eyes. Sunglasses and eye pro aren't necessarily the same thing, so if they aren't the same thing in your case, make sure you bring both. And then gloves. So I've got a couple different kind of gloves. I just have one here to show you. This one's a very thin pair. I have a thicker pair that's a little more protective in the palms. I actually be probably bringing both, because if I'm picking up a lot of debris, again, I just may want that extra padding, and I don't want to decide when I'm there that I wish I had brought those other gloves. So that's me. All right, when it comes to your electronics, hey, you're going to want that cell phone. Great. Make sure you go ahead and pack some of your battery packs, and you have the cables and cords to connect them to your phone, or maybe to the wall charger or the wall outlet. I like this one. It's a little solar paneled one, kind of nice. Sit it outside, it gets recharged. That is super awesome when I may or may not have anything to charge anything up. I also take this one pretty much wherever I go. It is a phone charger. It also has a light, and it has a jump cable. So I have these little tiny cords. It's kind of cool. It was like $50, so this thing was great. It's called Jump Pack, Cobra Jump Pack, or Jump Pack. Anyways, I love both of them. I will take both of them because if I'm gone for 7 days, I want my phone to stay charged, even though it does hold a good charge for me. you know, bring whatever you got to do to make sure that your phone stays charged. If you're gone for 7 days, hey, maybe bring 2. If you're gone for 1 day, maybe just bring a spare one, whatever. And your cords and cables, of course. Before we go a little too much further, a lot of people might say something like, hey, why don't you have a laptop or an iPad or something on there? I'm going to say it like this. Guys, if you're going there and you don't have a reason to bring your laptop, if you don't have work, if you don't have school, if you have a reason, if you do not have a real reason to bring it, I would recommend don't, because it is an expensive item. They're pricey, and not only that, the biggest reason I say don't bring it is you're gonna have so much camaraderie there. You're gonna have all these amazing people to talk to after a really long, hard day. You're not gonna wanna like stay up for hours and hours watching Netflix and whatever. You're gonna end up talking to these people and having a good night. And you know what? If you bring headphones, which is also on the list, you can maybe sit and watch Netflix on your phone if you think I'm wrong and you decide to do that. But y'all, you have no reason to bring extra electronics. Just don't bring them, you know? All right, medication. Of course, bring any prescribed medication you have, any over-the-counter medication you think you should bring. I do enjoy these little guys. They're travel size. I got some Advil ones. I got some like tension headache ones. I've got allergy pill ones. I'm not even allergic to anything. I just like to bring them because in case something else happens to everybody else with a lot of stuff lying. I got these extra pills. They usually are in my first aid kit, which I will be bringing along also, but I do not have it on this packing list. Apologize. The reason I don't have it on this packing list is because it comes second nature to me. I always have I always have a first aid kit in whatever I do. There's always one in my car. So I didn't put it on this list because it kind of just came second nature, but you should have one. Team Rubicon will have first aid stuff, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I want my first aid kit in my bag. I have a small trauma kit. I have just general band-aids, and I want my first aid kit in my bag. My first aid kit it's probably no bigger than this, but that's me. But definitely you should want something in your first aid kit so you're kind of prepared if something does come up. I already talked about eye probe, but don't forget your prescription glasses if you have any, or contacts, and earplugs. Y'all, earplugs is important. I know some of you might say no, but you're gonna be potentially working around some heavy equipment that's very loud, whether you or some other volunteer group, because there's gonna be volunteer groups from everywhere coming out to help if you're in one of these larger disaster relief or humanitarian aid operations. Or you know what? Somebody just might be snoring next to you at night and you might want them. So bring a pair, okay? Next, we have visibility. Guys, headlamps are everything. So when you get up let's say you get out there, you're ready to do your thing. The next morning, you're waking up early. You're going to wake up before the sun. You might even not get done until the sun's out. Gosh, guys, headlamps are so great because you can sit there. I like the ones that rotate a lot because I can rotate them not in somebody's eyes, but at the ground, or specifically look at something that I'm looking at. Different brightness levels, redlands, but you don't have to have anything fancy. This one's a little fancy, yeah, but honestly, I still have my Marine Corps issue one, and I have a couple that I bought for like 15, 20 bucks. If those go missing or they get damaged, water damaged, whatever, I'm not going to be super upset, but I definitely have a headlamp, and I have a handheld lamp, like a flashlight, a smaller LED one. Really easy, really light. It does take batteries, so I will be bringing extra batteries for me. Maybe that should go in your miscellaneous, is batteries. And then chem lights, glow sticks. Guys, these are so cheap. I went to the Dollar Tree to get them. So these are just glow sticks for kids generally, but again, there was one and there's 3 in a pack. Dollar Tree, y'all. These things last, I think, I cracked one the other day and it was almost 24 hours, but I'm going to say strong and bright for at least 12 though, so totally worth it. Grab a couple. These could be used from anything from sticking on your bag so you know which one is yours in the morning, throwing it by your rack at night if there's a lot of people. you kind of know that's where I sleep. I got to go to the bathroom. Boop, there it is. I know when I come back. Maybe there's a big hole someplace you just don't want to accidentally tumble into. So maybe your team lead will throw a couple in there, whatever. These things are always good. It's just good to have a couple. Miscellaneous, so Gerbers, just something with a lot of tools on there. I probably won't take this one because it is a more expensive one. And honestly, it's not mine. So I'll be bringing the one that I bought more cheap. Again, Walmart. There's a bunch of places that have it. But this, Gerber has all these tools. It's nice to have them, from pliers to screwdrivers to a knife, whatever. But of course, I always bring myself a pocket knife. I definitely got this one at Walmart. I do kind of wish I had a saw on there, a sawtooth kind of, but that's okay. I've taken this guy on several operations at this point, and I probably used it at least half of them. It's under the $20 for sure at Walmart, but I think it was like $15. And then water bottles. Team Rubicon generally will have areas that you can refill. So just bring a water bottle or two. Like I said, I'm bringing my Camelback. I also have this cool guy. If you guys have anything like this, you can kind of just squish it up when it's done. I have a little water in there still. But it's nice. I like having things that have clips on them because they will generally either clip it to that, or if I'm working a lot and moving around, I'll clip them to myself and have the water attached to me so I don't forget it, because I want to keep my water bottles. So kind of a couple ideas there. Clips, awesome. Couple clips to have too, just for your general stuff. Also great if you are trying to do it that way instead of carry a bag around. Cool. Well, y'all, that's about it for the packing list. So I hope that was a little helpful, whether you're getting started or you're coming back. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, and you know what? We're going to get out there. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of stuff. Thanks for signing up. Thanks for coming. Thanks for trying to get out there and do something. And honestly, I hope that this deployment is everything and you will remember it for a very long time. See you guys out there.